Good morning everyone, and welcome to another weekly vlog. This is the rainiest Monday I've ever known in August. UK summer, it's always the same, isn't it? Like 1 minute it's sunny, 1 minute it is tipping it down. Anyway, I've been on a run this morning. Didn't film it because I looked an absolute mess running in the rain, but I did in fact do a run. I'm now going to Costa to do some work because I feel like I need a change of scenery. I've got like a lot of like focused work to do, and I just think if I'm by myself at home, I'm just gonna take twice as long to do it. So if I go to a coffee shop, I just think that is a better option, better idea. So I'm gonna go do that. It should be getting the survey back for the house I'm buying today or tomorrow, absolute latest. That's gonna be like 16 working days since it was done. That's just ridiculous in my opinion. I'm gonna ring them today and just be like, please can you hurry up? And I want to try progress things with the apartment I viewed. Need to speak to the agent because basically there's been some issues. There's been a leak from the roof, and obviously it's leasehold, so that's not technically going to be me, but I want to know, has this leak been repaired and it's just the remedials inside the apartment that need doing? Who's covering that? If they're covering that, like when's it going to be done by and stuff like that. So I just want to get a bit of an idea. I've got loads of little admin bits in between, to be honest. Last night I was going back over property trading, the webinar I did last week in the AFP network, just trying to get my head around it a bit more, which was good, and I feel like I understood it a bit more having watched it the second time. So yeah, exciting things. I'm going to try post on Instagram today. I've been connecting with people on LinkedIn. Yesterday was very much a working day for me. Don't mind it actually, I quite like working a Sunday. But yeah, I got a lot done yesterday, so I feel like I'm setting the week off correctly. I'm back home from the coffee shop and I'm just doing some admin, reading. So much fun, just trying to get this done and signed so it's done. But yeah, productive morning so far. I've chased my survey again, and I think I'm ruling the apartment out, but I will explain why shortly. Morning and happy Tuesday. So I'm going to quickly explain while I'm on my way to the gym the reasons that I'm not pursuing things with the apartment that I originally told you all about. So basically I have a good contact, a good friend who works in sales in the area that that apartment is in. I spoke to her about it and I just said generally like, what are your thoughts on it? And she has actually explained she's tried selling a property in that block, an apartment in that block that was ready to go, done up, whatever, and she said that it really struggled. Basically because the building is so old, it put off a lot of buyers because they're going to be responsible for part of any repairs to the building, and she said just be careful basically because she struggled to sell them. Fine, respect the honesty. And as I've been thinking about it, I have seen a few properties on the market in that block sort of sticking, and I think it just put me off. If I got one on a bridging loan or even I own it cash, I don't want it hanging around on the market and me being stuck and just in a position where I can't sell it. Do you know what I mean? So especially if it's not my money and it's investor finance, it's a bit of a difficult one. So yeah, rethinking that one, not too sure. I don't think it's going to work for me. I don't think I'm going to be progressing further. I did already get details on the freehold from the selling agent, but I think I'm just gonna draw a line under it. Wednesday morning, I'm logged on, breakfast, coffee, good to go. Guys, I've finally received my survey report, so I'm going to spend some time just going through this and reading through. Just breaking up my day with a lunchtime walk. I've read half my survey report, and it's just good to break up the day. The report so far is good. A couple of things that I expected, a couple of things I didn't expect, but I'm going to take it all with a pinch of salt and just digest it properly. 7 AM Thursday morning. I am not going to the gym at this time. I'm actually going to my Airbnb to do the clean, hence the hoover in the back. A little bit of an issue because the cleaners haven't dropped off the bedding, so just sorting that. But I hardly filmed my face yesterday because I've been hit with the worst cold known to man. That I feel shocking. Can't breathe hardly, can't sleep, throat's killing, out of breath. Like, I'm even on the phone to people and I feel like I'm out of breath, but the show must continue. So the survey with the property I'm buying. So basically, when I bought the property, well, when I had the offer accepted on the property, the seller basically explained, because we said about building regs, because both of the top bedrooms are, well, 2 of the bedrooms are basically in the top room. Said to the seller about it and was like, oh, is it building reg compliant? And he explained how it had always been like that and stuff. And I think we were sort of led by his way of believing and trusting that it would be absolutely fine. The surveyors come back and I think they must have met the vendor while doing the survey at the property. And after speaking to them, it's come to light that it's not building reg compliant. So the surveyor was on the phone to me yesterday and was like, you're going to have to speak to an architect and like a building reg person and whatever. So I was like, okay. Panicking a little bit because I'm like, this could involve like dropping the floors. It could involve so much. Like, there's just so much to it with building regs that I don't really fully know. It's quite a specialist area. So spoken to a guy from the AFPI network who is like very much in that space, and he's kindly helping me because by chance we had an AFPI call last night, which I didn't even record that, to be honest, because I was just like on go mode of trying to sort everything out and I felt shocking. So they were all helping me, which was like thankful, but I don't know. Who knows what will happen? I just know that the work required to get it building reg compliant could be quite significant and quite costly. And when I got the offer accepted on the house, it was subject to the vendor not allowing like any renegotiations after the survey. So I'm just like, oh. But the estate agent shouldn't have marketed it as the bedrooms it is without building regs in a sense. And I think this is quite a common thing. But other than that, the survey was fine. He said a bit of pointing was needed and some external work, which we hadn't allowed for, but it's very much a case with the survey that they'll mention something that's going to need doing at some point but won't give you like a time frame or anything. And basically he said at some point it's going to need doing, and I was like, well, it's going to be flipped, but obviously I don't want this to be raised again when my buyer then buys the property, if that makes sense. So it's like, to what extent do you do the works? The works he's told me aren't major. They'll need scaffolding because of how high and tall the house is. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do, what not to do, and what, like, this building reg situation, what's actually going on. Here I am, guys, playing cleaner. It's not actually that hard. It's so easy to maintain as this place. Just not what I want to be doing when I'm feeling like very unwell, but nearly there. It's 10 o'clock. I'm home having my breakfast. This is my go-to. This is similar to what Danielle has. This is Weetabix, like crushed down with milk, banana and peanut butter. It is so nice, so filling. So I'm having this, having a little bit of a catch up on socials and messages, and then I'm going to start going through a bit of a plan of action with the survey, building regs and everything like that. Morning, guys. It's Friday, my favourite day. A lot happened yesterday, and a lot happened that I couldn't really be getting my camera out for. A lot of it was on the phone, and basically with the whole building regs thing that I mentioned before, it's okay. Like, I've spoken to multiple people, got my facts straight, got things sort of in order, fully digested the survey, spoken to the investor, and basically said yes and no to what work we're actually going to do, like, because there were a couple of things that were raised that we thought were a bit ridiculous, in full honesty, but obviously surveys, that's what they're there for, but some of the things we might actually get done the works, because it's not going to go bang while we're doing the refurb, but it's a case of whoever buys it is probably going to benefit from that work being done when they buy it. What you got to think is, if it's raised on the survey for us, it's going to be raised in 12 months on the survey when we come to sell it. And the areas I'm sort of referring to is, like, the surveyor said the pointing maybe could benefit from being done, and the reason being because he said, yeah, there's no water ingress at current, but if you compare it to the properties, like the neighbouring properties, obviously they've had the pointing done. And I was like, yeah, get that, fully appreciate it. It's probably not going to go and cause a problem while we're doing our job in the 12 months, but like I say, maybe it will just improve it for the buyer who buys it from us, because we really do want to flip this one. So yeah, that was all that. Little bit of stress. I was a bit like, oh my god, to it all, but it's done. I've learned loads as well. Do you know what? Like, I have learned so much. The last 48 hours have been so valuable. Still got the most annoying cold, which is driving me a bit insane because I can't actually sleep, and I'm struggling to breathe. I'm feeling achy. Like, I was cleaning the SA yesterday and oh, it was just horrible. I just really didn't enjoy doing that, because I actually don't mind cleaning. It's actually not that hard, but when you're feeling under the weather, it's not nice. And I just think the fact that I can't sleep is just not helping me at this very moment in time. But anyway, I am in my job today, so we'll see what I get up to there. Obviously I don't really show you guys that, but I obviously am on annual leave from tomorrow because I'm going away with my family for a week. Again, I'm sorry guys, there will be no weekly vlog next Sunday. I do apologise. I finish at 5. Finishing work, I'm going home because we are going to the airport to check our bags in, because we fly really early tomorrow morning. So I had to pack last night, get everything sorted, which I have done, and I was working as well last night. The only thing that has stressed me is I haven't really filmed content, but because I've been bunged up, I just didn't want to film, and I didn't want to sound like an idiot basically and put that out there. So I may have to try film some content while I'm on holiday, just speaking videos, or I might be able to get something together, I don't know, but I need to look into that. But yeah, that is it. I'm going to close the vlog out now just because I don't think I've really got much more property stuff going on that I'm going to be wanting to document. But thank you for watching another weekly vlog, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I feel like the weeks are a bit boring at the minute. I've not really got much going on, but once I'm into this refurb, trust me, you guys are seeing everything with that, because it is a monster. Big property. I actually spoke to someone yesterday amidst everything going on, and they said you should be doing a HMO, so because it's that big and the layout's perfect for it. But yeah, the content's going to get much better soon, but as of now it's just a little bit slow and boring, and I seem to keep going on holiday, so I hope you all forgive me. But thank you for watching. There won't be a weekly vlog, like I say, next week, but make sure you're subscribing, then you can see updates of when I do post weekly vlogs. And yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend.